no more than the dust. That's what happened in all kinds of regimes, well documented throughout the world. They talk of American exceptionalism. We were the exception to that rule. It's not that those things didn't happen. It's that they never happened without accountability. They never happened without a group being able to point to our great declaration and say, that is wrong, and fight year after year until, even though they had to wade through fields of blood, they could vindicate the truth of it. That's the power of truth when it is set as the keystone of a nation's life. And the truth of God's endowment of our right, of God's connection with human justice, of God's will for our benefit, for our perpetuation, for the security of those things that are required to sustain us. That is the truth the Declaration declares. It is, by the way, and I don't think this is an accident, a truth that walks in consonance with the teachings of the Bible. It walks in consonance with the compassion of Christ and the understanding that the first shall be last and the last first, and that all shall be judged not by the standard of wealth and power, but by the standard of God. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. It has always been a great comfort to me that as an American, living under the principles of the Declaration of Independence, I was living in a nation that did that very thing. That in the first words that were spoken by the American people as a free and independent nation, those first words sought the kingdom, the rule, the reign of Almighty God over their laws and over their governments and over their actions as human beings. This is the crisis of our time. Do you notice that since we started walking down the road where we disregard and discard that and exchange it for views that it's lawful to do whatever the majority wants, whatever the majority agrees on, whatever the courts say, whatever the powerful want done, has this nation grown stronger in these years? Or have we seen the destruction of that wealth which was more and more distributed among our people in the great middle class that was the envy of the world and is now only a memory? Did we grow stronger from this abandonment of declaration truth? Or have we seen our military might fading, our enemies encouraged to do us all manner of wrong, and to defy even the great principles of good that we once stood for and sought to sustain in the world at large? They have turned away from the Declaration of Rights on which the country was founded, looking to God. We have turned away from the vocation of righteousness on which our character was founded, looking to God. And we now walk a road to the dissolution of our liberty, of our institutions of self-government, and in the end of our very character as one nation under God. It is all dissolving. Do I believe it must just be let go? No, I don't. I think, in fact, that the solution of our problems is simple and near at hand. For it is always simple and near at hand that by the favor of God, we should look not for empty, stupid promises of change to we know not what, but rather look for the change of heart that will incline us again as a people to righteousness, that will lift up our sense of justice again to that which corresponds to God's endowment for right, and will make respect for that endowment once again the key to our understanding of our rights, and therefore, finally, of our liberty. That word which smacks of freedom, yes, but speaks of freedom rightly used. Because it is not listed alone as the be-all and end-all of our existence, as some would have us believe. It is rather listed among our rights. And so when liberty is referred to in the Declaration, it doesn't mean the freedom to do what you please. It means the freedom and the choice to follow freely the will that God has formed for your good.